We are doing a $600 sheet haul.
Please don't forget to buy your Shein Together t-shirt.
Inditex have collections that claim to reduce the
and find out where those clothes.
An 8-story building collapsed today, killing at least 145 people.
Hey everyone, it's Liu here. Welcome back to this channel. Today I'd like to address one important topic I really truly care about and we really need and must talk about as much as we can. The fast fashion industry, why it's a problem, what we can do, and all that jazz. So first of all, in this video you'll find a general introduction of fast fashion if you don't know what I'm talking about. So a super simplified 101 general introduction to this topic. In the second part of this video, you're gonna find lots of resources you can watch if you're interested. So I've selected a couple of good documentaries you can watch if you're interested. If you're Italian, I have Junk, a super good, super well done mini docu-series about fast fashion. But if you're from other countries like Spain, France, South America, but I know some of you also follow me from India as well, so if you're interested, I have selected a lot of other internationally like English content you can watch. Then we're discussing why it's a huge problem, why we need to care about this topic, and why we need to face it right now. And then in the final part of this video, we're going to be talking about what we can do about it and all of the alternatives and solutions to shop more consciously and ethically as consumers, and also the concept of passive consumerism. And if you're interested, stick around, watch the video until the end, where I'm going to share some tips you can't miss. So when we're talking about fast fashion, we're referring to big, huge chains, international chains of cheap garments, cheap clothes sold worldwide, such as Zara, Bershka, Primark, H&M, Mango, Shein, Weekday, Forever 21, and lots of other big brands like these. These types of chains offer you a great variety, a great selection of pieces of garments and clothes you can buy from for cheap. So the way we see and consume fashion has completely changed over the centuries and decades. We can now allow ourselves to buy cheap clothes, wear them for a shorter amount of time, and then throw them away in 2 years, which is not doable for our planet. So cheap prices means that we can find a shirt or a dress sold for $3 or $4 US, which is incredible. But the main problem with these cheap prices is that most of the time, if not always, the price we're paying for that shirt or that dress in the store cannot cover the quality of the piece of garment you're buying. So as a matter of fact, from the quality of materials used, and that's why they tend to use materials such as spandex, polyester, which is, just to let you know, the exact same materials used for food packaging, and acrylics or nylon and other synthetic fabrics. Low prices also mean really low salaries for the ones who produce these pieces of garments and these pieces of clothing. In fact, most of the time, the sewers we're talking about are underpaid women, maybe with children, in countries like Bangladesh, China, Thailand, India, or Vietnam. And the conditions these workers are subject to do not correspond to the basic labor rights, but also human rights, because they often have to work from 10 to 18 hours a day. Maybe they can go to the restroom, or they have to bring with them their children, and often they have to come to close contact with chemicals and toxic materials. And a catastrophic event discussed in the documentary The True Cost is the collapse of the Rana Plaza a fast fashion garment industry that totally collapsed in 2013 in Bangladesh, which brought to dozens of deaths and a lot of injuries, and is always remembered on the 24th of April by movements such as Fashion Revolution or the hashtag Who Made My Clothes. Movements born to yell at these type of companies to say that a more sustainable fashion is possible, a more conscious and ethical way of buying is possible. Now, I'm briefly going to be giving you some other ideas of movies and documentaries you can watch if you're interested. So, if you're Italian, as I said, Junk is a super great, well done mini-series you can watch here on YouTube. It is super suggested. While if you're from other countries, you can watch them on YouTube as well, or some of them are on Amazon Prime. So, The Shady World of Cheap Clothing, which is another documentary you can watch here on YouTube as well. It is super interesting and well done as well. And then a documentary I have mentioned before, The True Cost, which is one of the most complete and detailed and very well done documentary. You can watch it on YouTube. I think it is on YouTube as well. And then River Blue, the last one, is made in Bangladesh. All of these you can watch and find them on the internet for free. So if you're interested, I highly recommend all of these. Now we're discussing why it is a huge problem and why we need to solve it right now and what we can do about it. These types of companies seem to care about this problem, are greenwashing us. If you don't know what greenwash means, like basically they're trying to convince us they're not like them, they're not like other brands. They're trying to improve the conditions of their workers, they're paying more attention to the materials they're using, or like they promote social and cultural events all over the world. On their websites, if you go and check them out, it seems like they have everything under control. They're doing what you're asking for. The consumers wants this, I am doing it. I am listening to you. It seems to be all green, all beautiful, but most of the time, unfortunately, it is not like this. They're not changing. They're not doing lots of improvements we need to see, and real improvements in the actual fabrication of the pieces of clothing we're wearing today. The consequences we can see on the planet itself are really visible. There are deserts and floating islands on the oceans, on the rivers and the lakes, full of our garments, our junk, our thrown away piece of clothing we don't want anymore. Quantities are alarmingly high, and if I sound a little concerned, it's because I am. Like, nobody's talking about this. It's not possible that we're doing all of this without being conscious of our consequences. Now, in the final part, we're going to talk about the positive things, all of the multiple things you can do starting from today, the actions you can take on your wardrobe because it is possible.
Without this risk-taking.
So first of all, buy when you really need something. Don't overconsume, don't overbuy things you don't really need. You know you'll throw it away in a year and you won't like it anymore. So first thing, don't shop to these types of companies. And it can be tricky at the beginning because most of these brands at the same time are trying to convince you need to buy from them. You need that dress with flowers that is extremely popular on TikTok. You need to buy from them a lot because otherwise your wardrobe is not completed. But when you know you really want something and when and what you want, it is easier. And then the second step is to pay attention to the production, the material, and the conditions. So buy things secondhand from secondhand shops. Milan is full of these types of stores, but I'm sure in your country there will be something like this as well. Also like secondhand markets. But if you can't buy from secondhand stores, go and check out what you already have, what your partner has, mother, sister, grandparents. Also, grandparents are really stylish. This was my grandfather's. I love it. So go and check out if they have something similar to what you want. But then if you can't find it in secondhand stores or in your family's wardrobes, you can buy it brand new. And at this point, you can choose from fast fashion brands, and they have very catchy, very low prices versus other stores. Most of the time, they're online websites. They sell good quality pieces of clothing, and so if you really need something, go and check out other types of resources, and you will maybe find what you need. And this was all for today's video. Hope you liked it. If you have suggestions, questions, doubts, don't hesitate to comment down below with them, because it doesn't finish here. Definitely not. Now it's your turn to take action and go into your wardrobe and see what you can do about it. So if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel. I do lots of other videos about sustainability plans, English as well, because I'm Italian, I'm from Milan. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.